Merkel. He doesn't have a lot in common with Angela Merkel. They don't get along too well. A more reliable kind of meeting he's going to have with Boris Johnson today as well, meeting again. They'll be talking today, and also with the Italian Prime Minister, who is a populist in Italy, and have some common ground there as well, and also the leader of Denmark as well.
Yeah, and some of the things, some of the highlights from yesterday that made news that people have been talking about, you know, conference during our show yesterday morning, about 24 hours ago, was that France needs NATO more than NATO needs France. He had very pointed words for Emmanuel Macron. You know, Emmanuel Macron reportedly said NATO is brain dead. The president said that's very insulting, it's disrespectful, and nobody needs NATO more than France.
Right. The president has had some tough words for NATO as well, though, in the past, to be fair to Emmanuel Macron. But, yeah, that was certainly a very interesting press conference that they had there with Emmanuel Macron yesterday. And there they all go, wandering off to the next event, as we see pictures from about 10 in the morning there in Watford, England. The big NATO summit.
Absolutely. So we'll keep you updated on any new details as they
go. Again, this time, Chairman.
A lot of this scheme. The President of the United States solicited foreign interference in our election and used the power of his office, the power to convene a meeting in the Oval Office, the power to provide or withhold hundreds of millions of dollars of aid to an ally at war to get his political dirty work done.
And the president oversees at those NATO meetings and photos isn't not forgetting to pay attention now. He fired back at Adam Schiff. Here's what he had to say.
I think Adam Schiff is a deranged human being. I think he grew up with a complex for lots of reasons that are obvious. I think he's a very sick man, and he lies.
Now, today, we'll get to hear from 4 constitutional scholars. They'll gavel in at 10 a.m. They'll be weighing in on the merits of whether this rises to the level of high crimes and misdemeanors. They'll have the typical format we saw last time, the swearing in, opening statements in 45 minutes to each side, followed by member rounds. This is a larger committee. There's 41 members, 24 Democrats, 17 Republicans. And while we expect this to go down party lines, ranking member Doug Collins had this to say.
This will be the first impeachment ever in which the facts of the very impeachment, whether it be Nixon or Clinton in particular, are actually not just disputed, but downright contradicted. They don't have the facts on their side.
Here's what's important about these hearings, and that is the Judiciary Committee will be the one to write articles of impeachment if we get them. Now, Fox hears from sources in Speaker Pelosi's office that if indeed articles of impeachment went to the House for a full vote, they're not likely to vote on it before Christmas. Rob, Julian?
All right, Griff, thanks so much as we take a live picture here. Just from England over Griff as he talks about impeachment here in the United States across the pond. They're talking about NATO at the big NATO summit, 29 member countries meeting, and they're going to have a big meeting, as you can see right now.
And our next guest is a House Judiciary member. Gregory Stubbe is going to weigh in on all of this as we keep you updated on the news from England live. That's next.
Forget about vacuuming for up to a month. Shark IQ Robot deep cleans and empties itself into a base you can empty once a month. And unlike standard robots that bounce around, it cleans row by row. If it's not a shark, it's just a robot.
Hard to wrap. Easy to give. Buy any AK battery set, get a second battery half off. Something for everyone on your list. Real steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
There are challenges ahead,
but we're the problem solvers.
Working with researchers,
innovators,
small businesses, and manufacturers.
America's natural gas and oil companies are successfully meeting the demand for greater energy.
Leading the world in cutting greenhouse gas emissions to their lowest levels in a generation.
We've made progress.
But we are not done.
Together,
we're on it.
Honey, can you get the snacks?
Guess who's early?
Good thing Walgreens is right around the corner with last-minute holiday supplies. Get in, get out, get jolly.
Great riches will find you when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Wow, thanks, Voltar. How can I ever repay you?
Maybe you could free Zoltar? Thanks, lady. Taxi! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Sarah always chooses to take the stairs, but climbing 58,070 steps a year can be hard on her feet, knees, and lower back. That's why she wears Dr. Scholl's orthotics. They're clinically proven to relieve pain and give you the comfort to move more. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
The President of the United States solicited foreign interference in our election and used the power of his office, the power to convene a meeting in the Oval Office, the power to provide or withhold hundreds of millions of dollars of aid to an ally at war to get his political dirty work done.
In just hours, the House Judiciary Committee will begin its first hearing in the impeachment inquiry.
Yeah, this after Adam Schiff's Intelligence Committee voted along party lines to approve the inquiry report. And Congressman Gregory Stupi is a member of the Judiciary Committee, and he joins us this morning. Sir, thanks for coming on. I know you got a very busy day today. I guess the first question, and thanks for being here. The first question is, what exactly do you want to ask today? What do you want to find out?
Well, what's interesting is you have a bunch of lawyers, at least on the Republican side, listening to law professors telling us what's impeachable and not impeachable. I certainly don't need a lesson on the Constitution. I don't think the other lawyers on the panel need a lesson on the Constitution. I'm certainly going to ask our one Republican witness whether he thinks the things in the report rise to high crimes and misdemeanors or is an impeachable offense. And, of course, his answer to that question, if you've read anything that he's wrote, is going to be no. There's nothing here that's high crimes and misdemeanors. The standard that Adam Schiff is trying to use for bribery doesn't apply in this circumstance. It's not bribery in the sense that Adam Schiff is trying to say it's bribery. And this has been going on for 2 years. And from the very day that I swore into Congress, members of my own class were calling for his impeachment on day one. It started with Russia collusion. We've moved from Russia collusion to obstruction of justice. And then we had hearings on that. And then we moved from obstruction of justice to corruption. We moved from corruption to this whistleblower. And even within the whistleblower narrative, it's changed from quid pro quo. Well, they couldn't prove that when Trump issued the transcript. So they're going to impeach this president on anything and everything that they can possibly think to impeach this president. They have to bring Harvard law professors in to convince the American people that he actually committed an impeachable offense.
Well, let's take a look at from the Democrats' impeachment report, and this says, quote, the president placed his own personal and political interests above the national interests, sought to undermine the integrity of the U.S. presidential election process, and endangered U.S. national security. Is there any part of that statement that you can see plausible?
No, and there's no evidence to base that statement on. It's I thought, I presumed, hearsay. There's no evidence to base that statement on. And that's one of the frustrating things in this process is Republicans are dealing in facts and Democrats are dealing in what they think was going on and nuances and hearsay evidence. Well, that's not, this isn't what would happen in a court of law. Murderers and rapists would get more due process than the President of the United States is getting through this entire process. He hasn't been able to call witnesses. The Republicans haven't been able to call our witnesses that we want to call, and he hasn't been able to cross-examine, his counsel hasn't been able to cross-examine witnesses, and that has happened in every other impeachment proceeding in the history of our nation.
So only one of the four that you're going to hear from today is going to be defending the president, as you said, Jonathan Turley. He just had an article in The Hill a few days ago when he talks about the comparison between what the president's done here and what Nixon did. One of the lines is the Nixon impeachment began with a felony crime with the Watergate burglary, then swept to encompass an array of other crimes involving political slush funds, payments of hush money, maintenance of an enemies list, directing tax audits of critics, witness intimidation. Do the Democrats, in your opinion, lose a lot of credibility when they say that what the president has done here is somehow worse than Watergate?
Well, I think they've already lost credibility. When I go back to my district, I just got back from Florida, and when I go back to my district, people are frustrated and upset that we're not doing the things that the American people want us up here to do. USMCA, lowering drug prices, passing a defense budget. We just keep kicking the budget can down the road. We're only authorized to December 20th, and we still haven't seen another a budget deal this entire year. So the American people are frustrated. They don't believe the things that the Democrats say because there's no evidence to base it on. Like you said, there's no crime that has been committed. Explain to me the crime that was committed in that transcript. Explain to me the evidence that there was a crime. Even Sondland, one of their own witnesses, testified that the president said he didn't want a quid pro quo. So obviously that's not applicable, and that's the only actual evidence that's been proffered in these hearings.
Well, Congressman, we know you have a busy day. We will certainly be watching, and we will keep everyone updated as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
See you on TV. All right, 20 minutes after the hour, Senator Kamala Harris, kind of a big shocker, throwing in the 2020 towel.
Todd Pyro live next with a reaction from the other candidates.
At Chevy, we're all about bringing families together.
This time of year, that's really important.
So we're making it easier than ever to become part of our family.
That's why our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. Family is important to us.
And we'd like you to be part of ours.
So happy holidays.
And welcome to the family.
The Chevy family.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
Get new floors with Empire Today's $99 sale. Buy one room, get carpet, hardwood, or laminate in all other rooms for only $99. So buy one room and get carpet, plus laminate, and even hardwood in as many other rooms as you want. All for $99. That's new floors for the whole house. Buy one room, get floors in all other rooms for only $99. Don't miss Empire's $99 sale.
800-588-2300 Empire. If you've struggled to lose weight, you might think you were born with a slow metabolism. That's exactly what these people thought. But the truth is, a slow metabolism can be created by a condition called insulin resistance. Once you have insulin resistance, fat becomes trapped inside your body, and it becomes very difficult to lose weight, even if you crash diet. But now, there's a solution to insulin resistance. It's a completely new way to lose weight called GOLO. GOLO works to reverse the effects of insulin resistance, increase metabolic efficiency, and target stubborn belly fat. Join over 500,000 people who have found a smarter way to lose weight and get healthier without starvation dieting. GOLO allows you to step off the yo-yo dieting merry-go-round and obtain lasting results, just like these people have. Head to GOLO.com now. That's GOLO.com. Go lose weight. Go look great. Go love life. GOLO.com.
All eyes on the Judiciary Committee. After their crucial first impeachment hearing, Shannon breaks down the big moments and key points from both parties. Senator Mike Lee reacts on Fox News at Night.
Time for new reading glasses? Go to Readers.com. With hundreds of styles to choose from, Readers.com has reading glasses hard to find in stores, like bifocal style readers, reading sunglasses, and computer readers. Choose from hundreds of fashionable styles and colors for under $20, all backed by our happiness guarantee. Go to Readers.com now and enter this exclusive TV coupon code at checkout to save up to 40%. That's Readers.com.
Perhaps you've heard of the Zona Plus. You may have even wondered if it would work for you. I mean, how could this little device have such an impact on something as complicated as your cardiovascular system?
The Zona Plus is a software-controlled handheld device which uses the proven science of isometric therapy to aid in the lowering of blood pressure, naturally.
Believe it or not, it works. It's worked for thousands, and it works for me.
To order your Zona Plus, call now or visit us online.
Welcome back. Senator Kamala Harris officially calling it quits in the 2020 presidential race. The former Democrat blaming a lack of funding.
Todd Pyro joins us live as another presidential hopeful blames media bias for low polling numbers. Hi, Todd.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Jillian. Good morning to both of you. Saying she is still very much in this fight to defeat Donald Trump. Kamala Harris announcing on Twitter her run is over.
My campaign for president simply does not have the financial resources to continue. I'm not a billionaire. I can't fund my own campaign.
Her former 2020 foes now all friendly on Twitter. Joe Biden tweeting, Kamala Harris is an incredible talent with unlimited potential. Her career has been defined by taking on those who abuse power and seeking equity and justice for all people. Her intellect and insight will continue to be needed by the Democratic Party and the country. That echoes similar tweets from Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, but Julian Castro's comments took a different direction.
The way that the media have treated Senator Harris in this campaign has been something else. And I think held her to a different standard, a double standard, has been grossly unfair and unfortunate.
As for the next debate on December 19th, we're down to 6 at this point. Biden, Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Sanders, Steyer, and Warren. One name not on that list, Michael Bloomberg. While Harris lamented the fact that she did not have the money to continue that